Well, I'm glad there was a break because I did not want to follow those scholarship recipient speeches and Tucker. They were wonderful. Okay, so for those of you that don't know me, I'm Makenzie Sandler. I'm Jack's sister and currently the president of the foundation. As we've been speaking tonight already about Jack's legacy, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the foundation, what we're about, who we are, and how the scholarships have come about. So what is opportunity? It's a set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something. Jack took every opportunity that presented itself, and if there were none to be found, he created them. Unbeknownst to his parents, family, and friends, lacrosse and leadership were running through Jack's veins since he could walk and he could talk. His first opportunity was at age 3 befriend the big 8-year-old kid, Joe Allen, down the street. Joe's not here tonight, but he wishes he could be. Jack saw Joe with a lacrosse stick, and the opportunities started to present themselves. Wielding a lacrosse stick and motivating others to support his dream of becoming a lacrosse coach started back then. Jack had the natural ability of sharing his interests and goals in a manner that made them so inspiring and so intriguing that you wanted to learn more. He knew all the facts, and if he didn't yet, he knew the exact person to talk to. He'd discover opportunities and have to figure out how to obtain them. Growing up, we weren't rich with money or free opportunities, but we were being raised on Long Island, where opportunities of lacrosse were fruitful. In that sense, Jack was privileged to be where lacrosse was, but he saw it as an honor to play. Others do not have these same opportunities, especially in a sport like lacrosse, where there is a great deal of expensive equipment, and there are also pricey leagues to get ahead. Lacrosse camps are plentiful, but the elite quality ones are not cheap. This is where the Jack Sandler Leadership Foundation comes in. Jack cherished the importance of camps. He saw them as a means for development of skills, character, opportunities to feel a college lacrosse campus, or play in front of a college coach. Learn from the best players, learn from the best coaches out there. Many student athletes know and want this opportunity, but cannot always make ends meet to get there. For example, a young man in Texas wrote in his scholarship application that his friend let him borrow a stick to play around with. His friend tried to teach him a little bit about lacrosse, made him a bet, and said if he filled that bet, 25 catches, he could put on his equipment. He fulfilled that. He got to put on the gear. And then he told his friend that he couldn't afford to play. Days later, the community rallied together and dropped off a bunch of lacrosse equipment, a goal, and a bounce back for him. His mother was moved and dedicated to her son's new love. She'd park her car with the headlights on at night so he could practice and catch up to his peers that had been playing for years. He attended T99 with a Jack Sandler Leadership Scholarship and earned a spot on their All-Star team, the only freshman defender that earned that accolade. I could go on with the incredible stories we hear and see from our scholarship recipients, as you've already heard from Brandon and Sarah this evening. Each one has their abilities, their strengths, and their barriers. We've awarded 28 scholarships in just 2 years to young men and women from all over the country. They play as goalies, field players. They play with juvenile diabetes. They have autism. They have dyslexia. They're musicians and gymnasts. They're soccer players. They have jobs that they work after school or on the weekends. They're Blackbirds, Scotties, Jaguars, Big Red Knights. Look at your table names. You're supporting these high school lacrosse players that have the drive and they want the opportunity. They're incredible. They want to grow. They have been supported by Jack's legacy, and they're our future leaders. So we thank you. Jack thanks you. We thank Ryan Wellner. We thank Rashad. We thank the team that started this. We thank the board of directors. Some of them are here this evening. We thank all of the sponsors and donors that make this night happen and make those scholarships available. We thank all of you here tonight. We want you to spread the word. Jack's legacy lives on forever through each one of you. Live in his glow. Thank you.